Hi, I'm Leapfrog.
Hello, my name is LogansStory, and welcome to LogansStory. Today we're going to talk about Blade 2049. Thank you for coming. Let's get into it. So when you're new on the job, what does it mean to be new on the job? Does it mean to be square foot on what you're doing? Does it mean to be circular in terms of motion on what you're doing? What does it mean to be new on the job? For especially a new year, 2049. Well, it could mean something like this. You're new on the job, you have a lot to learn, and it may seem like it's going to be easy, but there are mistakes that are going to be made. At the same time, you're trying to go back into distant records to find an old, what we call Blade Runner. And the Blade Runner we're looking for is actually someone who's very experienced in what he does. But what does this in detail show about the movie Blade Runner? What little nooks and crannies can we take away from it? Well, let's go into detail. So, there's a lot of things that can be taken away from, this movie. Whatever it may be the idea of courage, it may be the idea of espionage, it may be the idea of treason, it may be the idea of an everyday Blade Runner doing his job. Whatever it may be, it's something that is kind of in the scope of what is and what's not. And what is positive, and what's not is, tears that have been rolling in the rain. But the thing is, when you think about all this together, when you think about the Blade Runner idea mixed in with the replicants, you have something that is big and better than ever before, and a picture that shows what it means to be a true sense of self and a true sense of danger. What does this mean for you and I? What does it mean to be in the scope and view of a future distant towards the past, and even more towards the future? Well, application, of course. So the thing is, when you're thinking about something like this, it's important to take in a note of who you are in the midst of it. Are you a new person on the job? Are you trying to find what's old? Are you trying to make sure your impression on the job is really, 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 really impressive and, goal setting? Are you really taking the grand scheme of things and going towards what's positive and not what's towards negative? And what's possible towards what's impossible? Well, the thing is, between you and me, there's a lot of things that are possible in terms of your first impression. There's a lot of things that are negative in terms of, again, your first impression. But when you go into this job, whatever job may be, it could be one of the best things you could ever do. And whether Blade Runner or Replicant, there seems to be a goal setting in terms of these two. But it goes down to this and this only. What are you doing to make the first impression possible? How are you uncovering things in the most precise way? And what are you doing to make sure everything in your path is a goal setting to be completed? Thank you for coming to our application. Let's continue forward. Thank you for coming to LogansStory. Thank you for coming to the Sci-Fi Highlight. There will be more Sci-Fi Highlights in the future, so keep an eye out for those. Also, the mission is 1,000 subscribers. You guys can help me get there by hitting the share, like, and subscribe button right on the screen. Also by hitting that bell. Also leave a comment if you can. Thank you again, and peace.